Do you know which part of your body starts aging first, quietly, unnoticed, but inevitably? Not your heart, not your brain, not even your skin. It's your legs. And if you miss the early warning signs, you might lose your mobility sooner than expected. But there's one simple food and just 5 steps that can slow it all down. We'll cover them in this video. Have you noticed how hard it's become to get up in the morning? Not long ago, you could climb the stairs with ease. And now, even a short walk leaves you out of breath. Your legs feel heavy, like cotton. The strength seems to slip away, like water through your fingers. You probably told yourself it's just age. It's normal after 60, you might think. But let me gently stop you there. This isn't just age. This is a warning, a quiet signal your body is trying to send you. And if you don't hear it now, the next step may be losing your mobility altogether. The first thing to fade with age is the muscles in your legs. It doesn't happen overnight. It's slow, silent, day by day, cell by cell. That's why you feel cramps at night, fatigue after a simple walk, worsening balance, as if your body no longer knows where its center is. All of these are signs, and most people ignore them until it's too late. There's even a medical term for this process, sarcopenia, the gradual but irreversible breakdown of muscle tissue. By the age of 70, you may have lost up to 40% of your muscle mass, unless you take action in time. But here's what matters. The body doesn't give up easily. It fights back, and if you give it what it needs, it can regain strength. You know what's most heartbreaking? Thousands of people feel weak, lose their confidence, live in fear of falling, and they don't even realize that the solution is much closer than they think. Why do the legs suffer first, and what really happens inside the body when muscle begins to melt away? In the next chapter, I'll show you what every person over 60 should know, and it just might change the way you think about aging. Why the legs? Why are they the first to give up when the body begins to age? At first, it doesn't make sense. We don't lift heavy objects with our legs the way we do with our arms, but your legs are your main tool for movement, balance, and independence. They work every minute of every day. Even when you're just standing, they're holding you up. When you walk, they stabilize your body, and when you stumble, it's your leg muscles that keep you from falling. But with age, this all begins to change. Each tiny loss of strength, every muscle cell that disappears, is like removing a brick from the foundation. At first, the building still stands. But over time, the entire structure begins to weaken. You may not even notice it, until one day something simple like getting up from a chair or climbing a few steps becomes a real challenge. And here's what's especially dangerous. When your leg muscles weaken, your body tries to compensate. It shifts your posture, changes how you walk, and forces other muscles to work twice as hard. That's when the back starts to ache, the knees feel tight, and the feet become tired for no clear reason. And you might think, maybe it's arthritis, maybe I just need more rest. No, here's the truth. You're not just aging, you're losing strength. And those are two very different things. Muscles don't simply vanish because you turn 60 or 70 or 80. They fade because they're not being nourished, not being moved, not being supported. And when you see someone at 65 walking upstairs with ease, while someone at 58 can't manage without a cane, that's not just genetics. That's lifestyle, nutrition, and intentional choices. The good news is, Even if you've already lost some muscle, your body can rebuild. Not as quickly as it once did, but yes, muscles still respond to the right foods and gentle, regular movement, especially when you give them the nutrients they truly need, the ones that activate the repair process deep within your tissues. So what are these nutrients? That's what we'll cover in the next chapter. I'll show you what you can add to your diet starting tomorrow to help restart muscle regeneration and bring strength back to your legs, even if you thought it was gone for good.
Do you know what amazes me the most?
How easy it can be to regain strength if you just know one simple thing, what your body actually needs to start rebuilding muscle instead of losing it. The truth is, the best solutions are often simple, and in this case, that solution is food. But not just any food, not what you've been told to eat for breakfast or dinner, and definitely not what's advertised as senior-friendly. Your muscles don't need fancy protein bars or vitamins in shiny bottles. They need fuel, real specific foods that trigger recovery, not just fill your stomach. And the first one on the list is chickpeas. Yes, the same chickpeas, also called garbanzo beans. Surprised? But chickpeas aren't just food, they're biologically active fuel. Here's why. They're rich in plant-based protein, easy to digest, and give your body the building blocks it needs to repair and rebuild muscle fibers. They're packed with magnesium, a mineral involved in over 300 processes in the body, including muscle regeneration and cramp relief. They're full of fiber, which keeps your digestion working smoothly, and that helps your body absorb the nutrients it needs. And best of all, chickpeas are affordable and easy to find. You don't need to order anything online or visit a fancy health store. They're in almost every grocery store. We've just forgotten about them. You can make a soup, toss them into a salad, blend them into a soft spread for toast, or simply boil them and drizzle with olive oil. Do this 3 to 4 times a week. That's enough. But do it consistently, not just when you remember. Make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. Because your muscles need regular care too. But chickpeas are just the beginning. Your body works like a system, and you can't build a house with bricks alone. You need mortar, you need tools, you need a plan. In the next chapter, I'll tell you what supports chickpeas and makes their benefits even stronger, which foods you should never combine with them, and why even the healthiest meal can fail if you make one common mistake. But for now, just open your kitchen cabinet. You might already have the key to saving your legs waiting right there. We started with chickpeas, but chickpeas are just the first step. One ingredient in the recipe for recovery, for your muscles not just to receive nutrients, but to grow stronger. Your entire body needs support. Think of it like this. You wouldn't pour soup into a cracked pot, would you? The same goes for your body. If your digestion, metabolism, and recovery systems aren't working properly, even the best food won't do much good. That's why today we're going to strengthen chickpeas with a few powerful allies. Eggs, one of the most underrated foods for older adults. Yes, those same eggs many avoid because of cholesterol, but in reality the yolk contains vitamin D, B12 and choline, essential for muscle tone and your nervous system. 1 or 2 eggs a day, completely safe and in fact necessary. Salmon. Fatty fish are a rich source of both protein and omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s not only support your heart and blood vessels, they reduce muscle inflammation. That's the kind of inflammation that can slow or stop recovery even after light activity. Buckwheat. a childhood favorite for many, but did you know buckwheat is the only grain that contains all 9 essential amino acids? It's like plant-based meat, only lighter, gentler, and much easier to digest. Now let's talk about mistakes. Yes, even superfoods can lose their power with just one wrong habit. Mistake 1, skipping breakfast. Many people say, "I'm not hungry in the morning, I'll eat later." But after 60, your body can't afford to wait. You've been fasting for 7-8 hours. Muscles have already begun to break down. Breakfast is like gas for your car before a trip. If you don't fill up, you stall on the roadside. Mistake 2, not drinking enough water. It may sound basic, but dehydration slows everything, including muscle repair. 1 or 2 glasses of water in the morning can already jumpstart your system, flush toxins, and feed your cells. Mistake 3, the wrong food combinations. For example, drinking coffee right after a meal with chickpeas or fish. Caffeine interferes with iron and calcium absorption. It binds to these nutrients and flushes them away. It's better to wait 30 to 40 minutes after eating before having your coffee. So here's my advice. Don't chase trendy superfoods from ads. Don't believe in miracle powders with exotic names. Simple, familiar food, if used the right way, can give you results that will genuinely surprise you. But there's one more thing. A key ingredient that isn't sold in stores. You can't eat.
We'll talk about that.
In the next chapter, and I'll warn you now, many people completely overlook it. Then they say, "I ate all the right things, but it didn't work." That's because they forgot the most important part, the one that turns food into fuel. And that's what we'll explore next.
You can eat chickpeas.
You can cook buckwheat, fry eggs, drink plenty of water, and follow a routine, but if you're missing this one thing in your life, none of that will work. Or it might work, but far too slowly, far too weakly. I'm talking about movement. Yes, it really is that simple. And yes, that difficult. I won't argue. Getting up off the couch is hard. When your joints ache, your muscles tremble, and a voice in your head says, "I'm not who I used to be, I'm too old, what's the point?" But it's in that moment you make a choice. Between slowly fading away and beginning to take your strength back, the human body is a miracle of design, and it was built to move. From the day you were born to your very last moment, when you move, your muscles receive a message. I'm needed. I'm active. I must be maintained. Without movement, your body won't build muscle, even if you give it all the food in the world. But here's the good news. You don't need to run marathons. You don't need a gym. You don't need to jump rope. All you need is 10 minutes a day, every day. While sitting in a chair, tighten and release your thigh muscles. Lift your legs while watching TV. Walk barefoot around your home, even just for 15 minutes. And most importantly, do it with intention, not just to check a box. Do it as a ritual, as a way to say to your body, "I'm with you. I haven't given up. I'm still here." You know what physical therapists say? That even the lightest movement, done regularly, works better than something hard done once in a while, because consistency matters more than effort. Your muscles don't need heroics. They just need a signal, "I'm alive." Each movement is like a call to your body's repair system, and your body listens. But there's one condition. You have to believe it's possible. That even now, at your age, the process can be reversed. And I've seen it happen. People who hadn't walked without a cane in 10 years started shopping on their own after a month of simple daily exercises. Women who couldn't get up from the couch, cycling again just 2 months later, not because they were stronger than you, but because they made the decision to take action. And if you're ready, I'll help you begin. In the next chapter, we'll bring everything together into a simple, step-by-step plan. No stress, no overload, just 5 steps that can truly change your life if you let them. We've covered a lot together. You now know why the legs weaken first, what triggers this process, which foods can help stop it, and how even the simplest movement can bring back strength you thought was lost forever. Now, let's bring it all together. No overwhelm, no complicated terms, just the essentials. Here are 5 simple steps to begin your journey of recovery. Step 1. Start your morning with water and breakfast. Think of each morning as turning on your engine. Right after waking up, drink a glass of warm water. Then have a full breakfast, protein plus carbohydrates. For example, boiled eggs with whole grain toast or buckwheat with a little butter and a cup of green tea. Skipping breakfast sends the message to your body, let's conserve energy. But we want to build, not conserve. Step 2. Include protein in every meal. Chickpeas, eggs, fish, cottage cheese, chicken, lentils. It doesn't matter which. What matters is that protein is always there. Even 50 grams of protein a day can help rebuild muscle. Split it across your 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Step 3. Move every day, at least 10 minutes. There's no competition here, no scores, no pressure. If you move, you win. Lift your toes, sit and stand with support, walk around the room. What matters is that you do it every day. No exceptions. Step 4. Rest and sleep with intention. Recovery doesn't happen when you're busy running around. It starts when you rest. Sleep is free medicine and too often ignored. Go to bed at the same time each night. Turn off the TV before sleep. Give your body time to process everything you gave it that day. Step 5. Support and mindset. The hardest part isn't starting. The hardest part is not giving up. So find support, a person, a habit, a video, a note, something that reminds you, you can do this. You're worthy, you're not old, you're experienced. And remember, every day you follow these steps, you're not just improving, you're literally pushing back against aging, not in theory, but on the level of cells, muscles, and tissues. These 5 steps are simple, but it's the simple things that save us. Not miracle pills, not magical advice online, just thoughtful daily actions done with care. But if you truly want results, it's not enough to just know. You have to act. If you'd like to continue this journey, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss a step toward your new, stronger body. The most important things are still ahead.